Warning, this video contains strong language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello my Hooked honeys and welcome back to Hooked. If you're new here, my name is Leanne and Hooked is basically where we talk about some true crime stories and do some crochet projects together. And on today's episode, we will be crocheting a bucket hat that I am going to add to my Etsy shop. We will also be talking about an Ohio physician named William Scott Husel. So we're gonna go ahead and light our crochet candle and get into this story. I finally got a lighter thingy majigger, like a long one, since my candle is getting low. It makes life so much easier. So I am using a 5mm hook. So for the base of our hat, we are going to start with a magic ring, or you can do the chain 4 method, slip stitch to the first chain. I am going to chain 1. I'm looking for, and get a stitch marker. Stitch marker or mark that chain, and then I'm going to do 6 half double crochets, and then we'll do increase rounds. So you'll do, the second round will be 2 half double crochets in each stitch, which you'll end up with 12. Then you'll do 1 increase, 1 increase, then 2, 1 increase, 2, 1 increase, 3, 1 increase, 3, 1 increase, and I usually do it until about 8 inches. William was born November 11th, 1975 in Cleveland, Ohio. He graduated from St. Ignatius High School in 1994. He then went to Wheeling Jesuit College. In the mid-1990s, William continued his education at The Ohio State University. He graduated from there with a degree in microbiology. After finishing his residency and fellowship in critical care medicine from the Cleveland Clinic in 2013, William found work as an intensive care doctor at Mount Carmel West Hospital. So he was doing the thing, right? He was described by his colleagues as highly intelligent, and in February of 2005, William started prescribing fentanyl to his patients during terminal extubation, while other doctors chose another opioid analgesic like morphine sulfate. In February of 2015 is when the murders allegedly started. February 10th of 2005, a patient was given 400 micrograms of fentanyl, and over the course of two and a half years, there were 34 deaths that had something to do with fentanyl, and William was blamed for all of it. After the death of Rebecca Walls and Melissa Phoenix, William was immediately removed from patient care duty, and on December 5th of 2018, he was fired. I honestly think this happens a lot. These doctors give patients anything and everything. Like when I was in the hospital about to deliver my child, pregnant with my daughter, they gave me fentanyl and she was still in my stomach. That stuff messed me up so bad that I don't even remember giving birth. Like, I just remember her being here. So I was due on February 15th, 2020. But by the 12th, I was over pregnancy. Like, I was done. I was ready to have my baby. I just was done. So I ended up faking labor, and I had called my little brother to come and take me to the hospital. He takes me to the hospital. We go through security. He's freaking out on the security guard saying, "Don't you see she's about to pop? We need to get to a room now." So we get to the room or whatever. They put the little white circular thing on my stomach, and I'm asking the nurse, like, what does this do? So she tells me that it counts my contractions, and I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm not really in labor, but I'm not leaving this hospital without my child. So whatever you need to do, you need to go ahead and do it, because I'm not leaving without my baby. So they come back like 2 hours later and they tell me that they're just gonna go ahead and induce me. Everything's getting real. This is like hours after I got induced, and everything is getting real at this point. Like, I'm feeling it. I am in pain, and anybody that knows me knows I do not like pain. I don't know. So I end up asking for the epidural. I get this epidural, y'all, and I don't remember how long it took me to feel it, but after I started feeling it, I was feeling it, like, to the point where I was like in and out of consciousness. Like, I had no idea what was going on. And at that point is when they decided to give me fentanyl. I was so high. Like, before they even gave me the fentanyl, just after the epidural, I was so messed up that, like, I don't even remember how it happened. All I remember is my mom asking, "What's that?" and then me just kind of drifting back off to sleep. I was so high that I woke up in the middle of the night and all I felt was this on my butt. My daughter was like just doing this, and like, oh, it was such a crazy situation, and it was so crazy, but she was healthy and she was okay, and that is all that mattered. So I told y'all this to emphasize that these doctors really be doing whatever they want to do. There was no reason for them to give me fentanyl after they had already given me the epidural. And they say it was because I said I was still in pain, when I was literally in and out of consciousness. I had a whole baby in my sleep. I was so mad at my mom and the dad for even letting them do that to me, and I didn't even know they gave me that until after I had left the hospital. Like, what? But this isn't about me, so let's get back to William. His trial started February 22nd of 2002. There was a lot of back and forth between prosecutors and the defense team. Prosecutors saying that William knowingly gave his patients unwarranted and unprecedented dosage of fentanyl, more than what was medically necessary. But the defense would fight back to this, stating that William only prescribed fentanyl in efforts to relieve his patients from pain, and that he did not commit murder. On April 20th of 2022, the jury found William Husel not guilty on all charges, which honestly I don't agree with, but that's why I'm sitting here talking about it and not there. The fact that there were so many deaths related to overdose of fentanyl that he prescribed, he should have gotten charged with some, because he was the reason that they died. I'm not saying all 34, but at least some of them. Who's to say that if they didn't get those large doses of fentanyl, that they would be still alive? I mean, I know they were sick, but who is he? It's like he was speeding up the process. Who are you to play God? William chose to surrender his medical license in the state of Ohio, and they were officially revoked in May of 2022. Well, that, my hooked honeys, was the story of William Scott Husel, a man who killed his patients by overdosing them with fentanyl, which is literally a drug on the streets that's killing people daily. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at HookedWTrueCrime to be a part of my live streams, and make sure you like and subscribe, because I'm here for you every Wednesday. Love y'all. Bye.